Hi, I'm Deborah from Kitchen Sense and Information.
I have 17 years experience working in food plants and I've learned a lot about food. Now I bring those tips to you. Let's get started.
And today's topic is 8 more tips to save money on your grocery bill. Tip number 1. Whenever you close a bag of food, use your hands to flatten the bag to remove all the air from the bag and then close it tightly. And I even like to roll the top of the bag down and then put an elastic around it. Air is the number one enemy transfer for preserving the quality of your food. So get the air out of all your bags, all your food containers as much as possible before you store them. 2. Buy less processed food and cook more. And I'm not talking about complicated things like croissant or souffle. Simple things like rice, beans, pasta, simple meals. You can make a lot of this stuff at home from the raw ingredients, and it's not complicated and it can be pretty fast. And I'm starting to do a series of videos on this, easy quick meal ideas. It's called Food Ideas from My Kitchen. My ideas from my kitchen to you to help you, because buying less processed food is less expensive than buying food that's already been prepared for you. Makes sense, right? Somebody has to pay for the cost of that work. Cook in batches. So when you go to the grocery store, you buy larger quantities because it will save you money. Then you go home and you cook it all. Make enough for 3 or 4 meals. Eat one, put one in the fridge to have in a day or two, and put the rest in the freezer. That way you will have cooked everything you bought. It will be in a form where it will stay, and it will be ready for you to use. And over time, you'll build up a selection of meals in your freezer. Freeze in the portion sizes that you're going to use. So if you've made a meal, break it into the portion size you're going to need for the next meal. And that way, you're only taking out the amount you need at any one time. So depending on how you're going to use the food, put it into that portion size and freeze it that way. Plan 2 meals per week. Only 2, not 5, just 2. I do not like meal planning, but I can manage to plan 2. But more than 2, yeah, it's a challenge, even for me. But if you're one of those people who loves meal planning, you want to do more, great. But if you don't like it like me, plan 2 meals per week. Then, when you plan those 2 meals, you cook in batches, and you break it into portion sizes, keep some in the fridge as leftovers, put it in the freezer, that's 2 meals, and then the other meals you eat, the leftovers that are in your fridge, you eat from your freezer, and take 1 meal and just wing it and do whatever you want at the last minute. Don't even think about it. Take 1 day a week and just say, I'm not even going to think about meals this week. I'm just going to enjoy life, and that's okay too, because we all need a break from all the responsibilities of our routine. Make a grocery list before you go shopping. So go through your cupboards, see what you don't have, make a list of what you don't have, and then when you go grocery shopping, buy that plus anything that's on sale, and that way you're only going to be bringing home what you really need. And if you watched the video last week where we talked about how to manage your food storage, if you follow those tips, it will be very easy for you to figure out what you have and what you don't have very quickly. Make your list, 5 minutes, and you should be able to go through your entire kitchen and figure out what you need. And then you will only be bringing into the house what you need. And that will save you money, and that will cut your waste. Freeze your leftovers or eat them at another meal. Leftovers make a great snack, great breakfast, great lunch, or they can just be a portion of your next meal. And if you don't feel like eating them again right away, freeze them and have them another time. That way you're not putting them to waste. And if you still have too much food, or if you're in a position where you can help your community, donate to a food bank or to a food basket. Any food that you have too much of, or if you just feel that you have the ability to do this and you want to help out your community, buy a little bit extra when you do go shopping and donate that. Especially in this time where some people are struggling with getting a food supply for their family. Donating some food, if you're in a position to be able to do it, it would be a nice thing to help out. Those are my tips. I hope you find them helpful. If you like them, click the like button below. Make a comment. Ask me a question if you have questions. And subscribe to my channel. There's new content every Monday at 10 a.m. And next week's topic is, we're going to run through all the tips we've covered in the last 9 videos. Do a quick review before we move on to a totally new subject, which is going to be very relevant to the time we're going through right now in the Northern Hemisphere, summer. I have the series of videos, Food Ideas from My Kitchen. And in that I present ideas for easy, quick things you can make. So check out those videos and you might find things that will help you. And you might find ways to cook so that you can save your money and cut your waste. See you next time.